Hey everyone, it's Alex and welcome to this Marvel Snap video. We're going to be discussing Jocasta, a 3/3 that reads Activate. Immediately activate your other cards here without using their activate abilities. I have to tell you, I do think this card is particularly good and it's going to age just like fine wine as more activate cards are released in Marvel Snap. I think this is going to be a pretty solid addition to your collection. I think that it has some pretty good synergies with existing decks, despite the fact, honestly, this is one of those unique examples where we only had a couple hours to test the card, and in those couple hours, honestly, my win rates were atrocious. Like, I just had a really rough night on ladder. It's like one of those nights, you can't buy a win for whatever reason, and as I said on the podcast with Nina, I sent in my Dogecoin second dinner. Where were the dirt bots? I don't know. I didn't get them. But anyways, long story short, we actually had an atrocious run. And it wasn't necessarily because of Jocasta. I think that Jocasta, which I now have said the name completely differently multiple times, Jocasta actually is a really good card. And I think that its potential ceiling was made evident in a number of games, even if they were like close, excruciating losses. The power capabilities of Jocasta are there. The synergistic capabilities are absolutely there. I think the card is cool. I think it's worth having in your collection, especially if you're someone who's interested in activate cards in the future, because I think it's going to be a key linchpin card for that activate. Now, I don't want to say an activate archetype, but all activate cards are going to run through Jocasta. There is the risk, though, that maybe it's too greedy. There's a reason why you don't play Wong in every single on-reveal deck, right? Like, if there's an on-reveal card, you're not automatically thinking, well, I'm going to Wong this, right? But with Jocasta, there's a chance that these activate abilities are amplified very significantly, especially when you consider the likes of Invisible Woman First Steps. Now you're starting to double dip on different abilities. You're double dipping into the activate, which then double dips on the end of turn. You have yourself a very good synergy. So ultimately, with Jocasta here, who, again, I said the name incorrectly, I think it's a great card. I think it's worth having in your collection. I wouldn't necessarily FOMO into it, though. Definitely wait towards the end of the week. It would not surprise me if it makes a couple of the top performing shells, and I'll discuss that when we talk about the decks. I do expect this card to be in the top 10 decks of the week when we talk about it on the weekend. I don't know where it'll fall, but I'm expecting it to be a key part of like the Invisible Woman end of turn shells. It's entirely possible it does really well in the discard Bullseye shells. There's places where it's going to perform. That much is clear because it's going to slot into some existing meta decks and it's going to slot in effectively. And whenever we have cards that do that, they are very naturally something that you can run immediately with high success rates. And I think that Jocasta is going to be one of those types of cards. So let's talk about the decks. As I mentioned prior, Invisible Woman First Steps is going to be an excellent place for a Jocasta, and I call this JoMama's cringe just because it's a kind of a cringy deck. It's really meta based, and even though it got a couple little nerfs here and there, it's still extremely powerful, putting up significant power. With Jocasta, though, the nerf to Havoc is felt much more significantly because when you double dip on the Invisible Woman First Steps, the outright verticality of Havoc could be something that you are relying on for most games to win a location, but it might just not be enough power when you just drop it casually on turn 6. The thing probably cuttable in my experience, and maybe you can even include something like a Prodigy there and really dive into the greed, it wasn't too bad. The real winners here, honestly, were Juggernaut, who I thought was fantastic, definitely a lane winner. And of course, when you're playing Invisible Woman First Steps and you're able to reach into things like Sunspot, specifically with Jocasta, though, the Fantasticar is a great addition here, and Fantasticar has been getting cut from some of these decks, and so it wouldn't surprise me if some variation of Fantasticar, Invisible Woman First Steps, and Jocasta does ultimately make a very high-performing shell of your classic end-of-turn style deck. So that's definitely going to be one of the options there. I wanted to try Cerebro 3. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, we had the most cursed games of Cerebro I think I've ever seen. We didn't draw Cerebro ever, and I don't know, our win rate had to have been like 30%. We had a rough run with this deck. It was just one of those days, right? But I want to showcase it to you because I think that it had some combo play that was interesting, despite the fact that we ultimately weren't successful with it. But I just want you to think of like where my thought process was behind this. The idea here was you can play something like Scorpion on turn 2, which then activates the likes of your Diamondback later on. Again, we have all the Cerebro 3 things, but namely the combination you want to be aware of here is if you play Black Widow on turn 3, you're able to shoot the Widow's Bite into their hand on turn 4. What that allows you to do is play Jocasta on turn 4 on top of the Black Widow, okay? So they're going to play the Widow's Bite down, and you're going to be able to have Jocasta there. And then what you do on turn 5, you play Omega Sentinel on top. You then activate Jocasta. What happens there is you now, going into turn 6, shoot another Widow's Bite into the hand, denying 2 draws. You also activate the Omega Sentinel that just dropped, because if you order them so you play Omega Sentinel first and then you activate Jocasta, the Omega Sentinel will pew-pew somebody. And then on turn 6, you're able to pew-pew someone again because of Omega Sentinel. On paper, it seems like a really cool combo, especially when you consider now on turn 6, you can do the Cerebro Mystique combination, especially if you happen to hit them with a Bass or something like that. A lot of opportunities to put up significant power. Is this going to be the preferred deck? I don't think so. The toxic synergies seem a little sporadic. They don't seem great. But it wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if Omega Sentinel and some variation of Black Widow into Jocasta do ultimately make a very powerful Cerebro 3 deck. So this was my take on that, and I did find it to be particularly good. And I just want to say that I do think that this is going to perform very well in Bullseye. We didn't have a chance to specifically test the Bullseye base shells, but I do think that when you're activating Bullseye for a second round, not only is your Morbius and Morbius going to run up, but this is the type of deck that you're going to want to run Meek, you're going to want to run Collector. These are the types of cards that can carry even if you don't have Dokken, because you're going to basically discard all your swarms and then discard all your swarms again. The verticality and the ceiling of this deck becomes incredibly higher with different lines that don't specifically rely on Dokken. Because you're not relying directly on Dokken, you also have the opportunity in this type of shell to Frigga the Morbius and then Frigga the Collector or Meek or whatever. Your Frigga usage does not have to rely on Dokken, which it usually felt like it did, because Jocasta is going to allow you to make more work happen for some of the other carry cards that are present in the deck. So I do think that JoMama Bullseye is also a very good option. So ultimately what I'm going to say, I have some other decks, but I don't have a high degree of confidence in their performance. So we'll stick with those 3, which I do think are going to be ultimately good. The Cerebro one probably needs some work. I don't think that the Toxic Cerebro is going to be the ultimate place for Jocasta, though I do think that Cerebro is going to be a good place for it. Ultimately, I think this is a card that is going to age very well, given the fact that every single activate that's going to come out is going to be a card that's going to want to be played alongside Jocasta. For the rest of Marvel Snap's history, every single time an activate is being evaluated or being released or whatever, we're gonna look at it and we're gonna say, what if we did that twice? And that is what Jocasta does. I like the card, I think it's good, and I think it's worth having in your collection, but of course, I don't think you should be FOMOing in. I think it is most certainly worth waiting till the end of the week to see what kind of shells that they fit in. Because if it fits in a shell that you're missing 3 cards from, well, you probably don't want to chase that, right? So let's wait. But I am very impressed with the potential ceiling of this card. I think it's going to be one you want in your collection in the long run. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoy these gameplay highlights. Ooh, we can actually use Sunspot. That's great. Our deck plays Sunspot. That's fine. It's fantastic. We've got it. Let's snap here. Let's snap. We got Jocasta. We lost our last game. We need to get those cubes back. So we're just going to tilt snap in every single game until we win. We're just going to keep snapping. Just going to keep snapping until we win. Oh, it's my black cat. Hey, Thunderbolt's Tower. Cool. We don't mind a little bit of, -2 there. It's okay. It's not a big deal. All right, we will be able to get Thena into Sunspot gameplay going here. This is actual... Okay, ooh. We'll do this. Maybe we get Bob out now. We'll get the Bob out. We are floating one. We're going to float one, but I want to get the train going here. Got to get Jocasta out. Hopefully we pull fantastic cards. Oh! Got some magic gameplay. I don't really have much of an opportunity to mitigate the magic plays, but double sunspots all the way across the sky. That's actually intense. It's so intense. Ooh. I like this Evo gameplay, to be honest with you. Can't get mad about someone playing high Evo. That's fantastic. Just thinking here. Is this the turn we want to activate? I can't even activate this yet. We'll do this. Bob's going to slide out anyways. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate Cyclops there. They're going to hard float this next turn. Just thinking. No fantastic car. So we do this now. This here. This here. To the other order. So play this down. Jocasta. Invisible Woman. I think it's worth getting the Sunspot down. It was not the Sunspot, the Marvel Boy. They're playing here. So no Infinite play. Okay. It's an interesting game. Double, so massive floats on Sunspot, right? Top decking Havoc is huge, but we're gonna get a lot of pew-pews here with Marvel Boy. I felt like, okay, we might have been able to get more vertical with the Sunspot, but I felt that Marvel Boy was worth here. We don't get the Athena pop, which is unfortunate. So there's this. We actually fill, but we will not destroy this. Just thinking, destroy here. Could destroy, we don't need to destroy there. We're so far ahead. Juggernaut's probably not worth. Like, they have to play something else, right? They have to play here. Juggernaut it out. They can't win. I don't see how they win here, right? You just jug right and win for 8 cubes. How do we lose this game? I don't think we lose. Hard float Sunspot doesn't do enough. Hard float Sunspot adds 7, right? And then they pew-pew. It's not enough. +1 there. It's not enough. Jugrate has to win. What do they even have to win Jugrate? This has to be a retreat. Yeah, okay. Victory. There it is. There it is. Jocasta did a lot there. Amplifying the Invisible Woman's huge. That was a perfect example of what Jocasta's capable of. Okay, we're snapping. We never lose this game. We never lose this game of Marvel Snap. I'm a broken man. Got some Surtur gameplay. Juggernaut might be very valuable, by the way. We go to Juggernaut them into Moon Girl. Into Bar with No Name to try to win. Do this. They see Bob. They think of snapping Bob in a Bar with No Name. Meanwhile, we're able to effectively win middle. So they snap Bob there, right? They're thinking, oh, I snap Bob there. So they're trying to move Bob. Bob always goes left. We win 8 cubes. Yeah, Bob's going to jump 2 times. That's right. He always ends up left. That's what I meant to say. She-Hulk there, not expected. Double She-Hulk there, not what I expected. Wait, what? Oh. Bob back? Okay, there's hope. Oh, we won. Never mind. It's not hope. We've just won. Yes! 8 cube victory, baby! Let's go! It's about time! It's about time we got an 8 cube dub. We need that. We needed that victory. Hydration Bobbert. Here we go. If he's in an alliance, surely not a bot. I think that bots now pretend to be in alliances, for what it's worth. Bots definitely pretend to be in alliances now. You may not believe me, but you should. How can she snap? I'm a little disappointed in this snap, honestly. Fine. We'll stay for 4. Let's do it. Let's do it, Lord Camus. What you got for me here? Oh, you got Merlin gameplay. All right. Look what you've done to Bobbert. Bobbert's in the crochet. He's not happy about that. You gotta put Bobbert over there. Of course. Give me those sweet rocks. We're gaming now. Do I just keep playing on Feast to keep Havoc going or what? I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do it. Commit to... Maybe I commit to the thing here. Bro, I'll get Sarah. They have so many cards in hand. Oh, it's a rock. Like a rock. Oh, like a rock. Okay. Rock into Jocasta. Into Invisible Woman first steps. Are we getting scammed here, gamers? I think we might be. I think we're going to get destroyed. Because we'll have to play Havoc right to win. We have no scale. We're going to try trade with the thing. Oh. Got some Ancient One gameplay. Oh my gosh. Ancient One? Seriously? Are they going to actually Ancient One? No. And they play Nick Cage? Strange Academy? What in the... Well, Jocasta's down. Where's Fantacar? We gotta do this. Well, this doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be there. But what about our Nicolas Cage? I don't know what's going to happen here, friends. I don't know what's going to happen here. It's C5. It is C5, isn't it? The thing goes left? Look at this. It's a good play, man. I'm here for it. Just play Havoc, right? I think you're right. Because they lose the power here, right? We're snapping back. Havoc right. I'm taking chat suggestion. Havoc right. Nothing mid. Sunspot goes off hard. They lose this because the thing kills Luke Cage here. Jocasta activates Invisible Woman. We go hard here. Sunspot's also going to go hard. This is 8 cubes. Well, there's Bobbert. Back and forth, back and forth. No, the game crashed! You gotta be kidding me, man! I'm trying to play Marvel Snap! Oh my god! I can't believe this! Why? I'm just trying to play the game! For the love of God! By what I lost? Unbelievable! Maybe Ash is not a bot. With a name like Ash, it makes you wonder if it is a bot, but this is a particularly good split for a shield. So maybe it's not. Okay, we have the Jocasta here. We have the Jocasta. Play this here, maybe. So we're going to want to set up Jocasta elsewhere, I think. Jocasta, fantastic card. Invisible Woman. First steps. Play down Jocasta here. Okay. It has this bot feel to it, but maybe Ash is not a bot. Maybe a true gamer. A true connoisseur of Marvel Snap gameplay is Ash. We have great line. I'm going to snap here. I think this is appropriate. It's an appropriate snap. Unfortunately, we're not activating the Athena at all. But she is occupying space on Nadolvalier, which the Thing might have something to say about that. Thing might go over, give a little clapperoonie, you know what I mean? Okay, we got some Moon Girl gameplay. Not what I expected. Okay, they're cooking. I appreciate it. I appreciate attention to cook, as I like to say. Ah, bruh, what are we doing here? They're snapping back. Ash is snapping back. This is a super adaptoid play incoming on Ash here. Get thy cheeks ready for excessive clapping. Whoa. Okay. Are we in win formation? Juggernaut left. Jocasta. Pump, pump. Okay, hold on. We have Athena here. I gotta think about this. None of these are end of turn. These are not end of turn. We could lose here, but this is end of turn. Okay. Jug mid, cleanly win. Surge here for Nadolvalier. Activates Athena. Jocasta. Pump, pump. Invisible Woman. Additional pumps here. Fantastic car. Additional pumps. 8 cubes, victory formation. Prodigy's dirty, bud. I see you there. But do you see what I just did? I do. I see what I just did. All right, Jocasta. Work your magic. Well. Is it enough? Nope. Oh, the humanity! Tiebreaker! We lost by 1. It's actually so heartbreaking. 8 cubes by 1. So close. I was so confident too. Oh, yo, what's up, William? GG's. I don't want to snap turn 1 on you. But I kind of want these Sentinels. Oh! Alright, William. Let's see what you got. I do have Bast into Luke Cage Cerebral Mystique, which is pretty much the blessed hand. I'm going to pick up a... I don't know if I wanted a Forge, to be honest, because now the Bastion plays significantly more awkward. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Do I play US Agent? I'll play US Agent. Do I play US Agent now? Maybe I do. Do I do that? Sure. No. Oh, Nick Cage is gone. As Dara comes in with the massive raid. 292 people. Dara, it's great to see you, buddy. We've tilted so hard today. We've already lost like 5 ranks. It's a disaster. Huge raid, buddy. Thank you so much for the support, Dara. You know I love you. I appreciate you so much, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We have some Omega cringe gameplay we're after here, so let's chase it. Corvus. Corvus smokes hella there. We're already 4 cubes deep here. We have the Jocasta gameplay. Now, I'm going to pop the White Widow. They're going to be a little disappointed in me, I think. But if we top deck Omega Sent... Oh, how dare you. Bast? Bast? It's Bast. Let's go. I think... Oh, buddy, look at this, bud. Oh, my God. We got the combo. They're gone. We had the combo too. This is the most blessed game. Again, we get scammed by Marvel Retreat here. But listen, okay, I want you to just see this line. Okay, see this line. So Jocasta on 4, Omega Sentinel on 5, right? Black Widow reprocs the Widow's Bite on this turn, prevents them from top decking on turn 6. The Omega Sentinel gets shot, -7, and still is available for the next turn. Does another -7. We go Cerebro Mystique, massive clap. That's the line. We just don't get to see it because no one actually plays through anything in this game. I don't even know what they stole from me. What did they steal from me? I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at you guys. I have that. I don't have that one. I did think of Disrupt. Yeah, I have other decks as well with Jocasta. We can definitely explore them. Oh, that's cursed. I don't want to get rid of this. It's a little cursed. It's a little cursed. This variant is pretty good, though, I'll tell you. Wife of Ultron looking spicy. Oh, we got some Nomura gameplay, I think. This has got to be Nomura gameplay. Does it just not strike you as Nomura gameplay? It strikes me as Nomura gameplay. Let's do this. Got Bobbert? Okay. Leave those. Do this. This. Got Danger. They're playing a legit buff deck here. Just thinking here. We might be able to if we could do Fantasticar into pumps, but these are not into turn cards. The double Jocasta though is so spicy. Maybe we top deck Invisible Woman First Steps, but she's going to be in the wrong spot. Let's try this. Invisible Woman First Steps here. Okay, so there's going to be a pump there. I came in like a juggernaut. Alright, Fantastica right for content. Alright, we'll see what happens. We're going to get clapped no matter what. It's not enough power, man. It is kind of silly, though. Iron Lad, oh. Okay. It's a big Prodigy clap. Oh! How dare you, one above all? This is a good deck, that's cool. GG's, buddy. Victory. They have Super Adaptoid in their deck, too, to pull it with the Iron Lad. Look at that. That's their Jocasta, which looks way better than mine, into my... I mean, the difference in variance is a little insulting, I gotta be honest with you. But we did get the 4 cubes, so that's a dub.